An easement in gross is a legal right granted to an individual or entity to use another person's property for a specific purpose, without the requirement of benefiting any particular piece of land owned by the easement holder. Unlike other types of easements, such as easements appurtenant, which are tied to the ownership of a specific parcel of land, easements in gross are personal rights that belong to a particular individual or organization. Here's how an easement in gross works and some key points about it. 1. Grantor and Grantee. In an easement in gross, there are two parties involved: the grantor, who owns the property over which the easement is granted, and the grantee, who receives the right to use the property. The grantor may be an individual property owner, a corporation, or a governmental entity, while the grantee could be an individual, a business, or a utility company. 2. Purpose. Easements in gross are typically granted for specific purposes, such as utility access, transportation, or recreational activities. For example, a utility company may be granted an easement in gross to install and maintain power lines or pipelines across private property, or a landowner may grant an easement to a neighbor for access to a lake or hiking trail. 3. Termination. Easements in gross may be terminated under certain circumstances, such as by mutual agreement between the grantor and grantee, by abandonment if the easement is no longer used or needed, or by court order if the easement becomes impractical or burdensome to the property owner. Some easements in gross may also have expiration dates specified in the granting document. 4. Rights and responsibilities. The rights and responsibilities of the grantor and grantee regarding the easement in gross are typically outlined in a legal document, such as an easement agreement or deed. This document specifies the scope of the easement, any limitations or restrictions on its use, and any obligations, such as maintenance or compensation, that the grantee may have to the grantor. 5. Legal considerations. Easements in gross are subject to state and local laws governing property rights and real estate transactions. It is essential for both the grantor and grantee to understand their legal rights and obligations regarding the easement, including any restrictions on its transfer or modification. In summary, an easement in gross grants a personal right to use another person's property for a specific purpose without the requirement of benefiting any particular piece of land owned by the easement holder. While easements in gross can provide valuable access and utility rights, they also require careful consideration and documentation to ensure that the rights of both parties are protected and that the easement is used appropriately.